holidays are the time for giving, but it's also the season of spending. In all the excitement of the season, it's easy to go overboard. Staying on top of your finances is important during the holidays as any other time of year, or maybe even more so, but it doesn't mean you have to be a Scrooge. Personal finance guru Andrea Warrock is here to share tips and digital banking tools for being smart and generous through the holiday season. Welcome, Andrea.
Thank you so much for having me on today. I know it's an important topic. Everyone's thinking about it, so I'm excited to chat.
Yes, we're excited to chat with you. And once again, the holiday season is here. And even for the best budget-conscious person, holiday spending can quickly get out of control. I mean, I kind of know that a little bit, but I try and reel it back in. So, Andrea, how do we stay on track?
Look, I've even experienced going over budget. It's something that can happen to all of us. And the first thing that you have to do to avoid that is to set your budget. But you have to think beyond just gifts. That's a trap where people fall into. They only plan for the gifts and then they forget about all those smaller seasonal expenses that come up this time of year. So think about all those extra purchases, whether it's greeting cards and postage, maybe groceries for your holiday parties and decorations, maybe that new holiday party dress. You have to add that all into your budget and then make tweaks. You might not be able to buy as many gifts or spend as much per person.
I like that. So you're a finance expert. What tips or tools do you use to help keep track of your spending?
The best money management tool is in my phone and in yours too. It's a mobile banking apps. They make it so easy to keep track of where your money is going. And for example, the Chase mobile app helps you keep track of your spending, pay bills. You can send money to family and friends with Zelle. You can even check your credit score for free, which is a good idea before a big ticket purchase using the credit journey feature. And that's actually available to anyone, even those who don't have a Chase account. And even in the app, you can look at special merchant offers to help you save on any holiday purchases. So great tool, great way to stay on top of your money.
Yeah, I love that. And I think, that's such a great tool that people don't even know what all is available in there. So exactly. What would be the first step in creating a budget, especially during this time of year?
Well, I talked about adding in those smaller seasonal expenses, but maybe you don't know how much to budget for each of those line items in your budget. So go over your expenses from last holiday season. Look at your November and December credit card and bank statements to get a budget baseline. Figure out how much you spent on gifts. And if you ended up going into debt, you need to cut back. So that's a really great place to start. And then when you're planning for those bigger purchases, maybe a family trip or an engagement ring for that special someone, consider alternative payment plan options. This is a great thing to give yourself a little bit more breathing room in your budget so then you can afford more gifts or you can afford some of those extra seasonal expenses. And a good example is my Chase plan, which lets you make purchases over time in fixed equal monthly payments. And there's no interest, no credit check. There's just a fixed monthly fee. So I think that's a good option for a lot of people out there. And then finally, consider going in on a group gift. I like this because you can give a bigger, more meaningful gift without spending a lot of money. And it's easy to send or request money using Zelle when you are going in on those group gifts because most people have access to that in their US bank accounts. And so consider that for your bigger gifts.
Great tips. Any additional things to help us shop smart or prioritize some of those purchases?
Yeah, well, I'm sure you've seen there are so many deals this holiday season. In fact, retailers started dropping early Black Friday offers at the beginning of November. So you definitely want to have a shopping plan in mind. And then if you find yourself looking at something that's not on your list, sleep on it, walk away from the item, close your computer, and give yourself time to evaluate that purchase. Is it something you need? Is it something you're actually going to use? Is it a good deal, a good price? In some cases, you'll forget about it and dodge that impulse purchase. And then at the end of the day, if you realize it is something that you would use and it's a really good price, go for it. And then you'll avoid any buyer's remorse or added stress. And then my final tip, Just plan something with your family and friends. You do not have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to buy physical presents and experience an outing. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. People just want to spend time together, and that's what the holidays are really about.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for all of your great tips. This has been super helpful. People can how can they get more information?
Well, you can learn more about the Chase mobile app I mentioned and all those awesome features at chase.com/mobile.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Coming up on today's show, an elementary student with a passion for frost fire and a big vision to help others enjoy it too.